Welcome to the Ireland Intercultural Communication Group project. We'll now be beginning the History, Geography, and Basic Facts section. Ireland is called Éire in Irish and is also known as the Republic of Ireland. Ireland covers 5/6 of the island of the same name. The remaining 1/6 of the island is Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom. Ireland's terrain is mostly level to rolling interior plain surrounded by rugged hills and low mountains. Sea cliffs on the west coast. The greater part of Ireland is covered by grassland or peat bogs. One of Ireland's most characteristic features is the bog. This is Ireland's flag. Ireland's flags are comprised of three colors. Green represents the Gaelic tradition of Ireland and hence stands for the Roman Catholics. White symbolizes for the aspiration for peace between the Roman Catholic majority and the Protestant minority. Orange represents the falling of William of Orange in Ireland and hence stands for the Protestants. Ireland is the only country in the world that has a musical instrument as its national symbol. The harp appears on Irish euro coins, passports, government documents, and various other official departments. The government of Ireland consists of an elected parliament, which makes the laws, and a president, who is the head of state. The head of the government is Taoiseach, pronounced Taoiseach, which means chief. The Taoiseach is the leader of the political party with the most parliament members. The Irish capital, Dublin, is home to over 1/4 of the total population. Here's the breakdown of Ireland's economy. Here is the industry. It's mainly made out of food products, brewing, textiles, clothing, chemicals, and pharmaceuticals. The agriculture is mainly turnips, barley, potatoes, sugar beets, and beef. The exports, which they send all around the world, is machinery and equipment, computers, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and also live animals. Another important fact is that the currency they use to trade with is called the euro. Another important part of Irish culture is their relationship to the land and to farming. Many of their folk songs will mention the green valleys, flowing rivers, and rocky hillsides, because Ireland is a strong farming community. Ireland's geography comprises relatively of low-lying mountains surrounding a central plain with several navigable rivers extending inland. The island has a lush vegetation, a product of its mild but changeable climate which avoids extremes in temperatures. The first farmers also brought the first farm animals to Ireland. They brought animals such as cattle and sheep overseas on wooden crafts and canoes cut out of tree trunks. Farm animals were used to help farm the land. They were also eaten as a source of food. Irish or Irish Gaelic is the country's first original language. However, the second official language, English, is more commonly spoken. The Irish have turned speaking into a true art form. Their tendency to be lyrical and poetic has resulted in verbal eloquence. They use stories and anecdotes to relay information and value a well-crafted message. How you speak says a lot about you in Ireland. The Irish appreciate modesty and can be suspicious of people who are loud and tend to brag. They dislike a superiority of complex of any sort. The Irish have a rich cultural heritage. Many of the people who live here are devotedly religious, but the younger generation are less so. The Catholic Church operates many schools and hospitals, but this is slowly changing. The extended family is still very much the dominant social structure, although urbanization is having an impact. Even when family members do move to the cities, you will often find their ties to home as still very strong. Ireland has the highest per capita percentage of redheads in the world. According to tradition, a wedding party should always have the longest road home from church. The basic greeting is a handshake and a hello or salutation, appropriate for the time of day. Eye contact denotes trust and is maintained during a greeting. It is customary to shake hands with older children. Greetings tend to be warm and friendly and often turn into conversations. If you are invited to an Irish home, be on time. Chances are food has been cooked and being late could spoil it. Bring a box of good chocolates, a good bottle of wine for the host. Offer to help with clearing the dishes after a meal. Table manners are relatively relaxed and informal. The more formal the occasion, the stricter the protocol. When in doubt, watch what others are doing. The Irish have a reputation for their wit and humor, which they call having the crack. As well as quick-tongued with jokes, they also make an eloquent and witty speakers. They pride themselves on being able to find humor and is often ironic. Women wore a traditional long dress, often laced up the front, and an unusual headdress composed of a roll of linen. Overgarments from this time often had sleeves that were little more than strips of fabric, to allow space for the larger sleeves of the linen. Men wore a very large linen shirt called a leanie, which was usually dyed yellow. Men wore this with a woolen jacket, breeches, and a type of shaggy cloak called a mantle. Since the 20th century, the Irish pubs worldwide have become especially those with temperate climate, and from the social and political circumstances of Irish history. In the 19th century, Ireland's growing population was becoming ever more dependent on the potato for subsistence. Since the 20th century, the Irish pubs worldwide have become more popular, especially those with a full range of cultural and gastronomic offerings, outpost of Irish culture. The world famous Guinness Beer is from Ireland. Shamrock, a type of clover, is the national symbol of Ireland and along with the harp. St. Patrick's Day is Ireland's official national holiday. The 19th of March holiday is celebrated in Ireland and is also embraced by many other countries around the world. Religion has played a significant role in the cultural life of the island since ancient times. 88% of Irish citizens are normally Roman Catholic. The Republic of Ireland has one of the highest rates of church attendance in the Western world, around 45% of the regular Mass attendance. Halloween traces back its origins to the Gaelic festival on Samhain, a harvest festival held on October 31 to mark the end of summer. This inspired the story of the world-famous vampire Count Dracula that was written in 1897 by Bram Stoker from Dublin. The leprechaun is likely the most widely known type of fairy living in Ireland. As some legends suggest, female fairies often give birth to deformed children. This changeling story has been lasted for centuries.